Greetings. It is I, Yeshua ben Joseph, the Son of God. I am here today with my beloved Mary Magdalene. Today we would like to speak to you as one and in one voice. We are here on the heels of you celebrating the feast day of my beloved Mary Magdalene and what she embodied during her incarnation upon your earth plane. This was a very sacred mission for her and for myself. We each had our own specific roles as we individually charted our incarnation, without knowing each other or what each other's roles would be in terms of aligning as man and woman in the physical plane. My role as Jesus was to bring about peace. It was to realign beings to their true connection to the Almighty, and to awaken as many beings as I could. On a higher level, my light body was to restructure the architecture of the existing distorted energy fields, to bring them back into harmony with the higher dimensions, so that a seeding may take place for the next ascension cycle of humanity. Those of you that understand this concept or the words that I speak will know what I mean. For those that don't, I would encourage you to meditate upon this, and you will be shown the true meaning of what it is I am trying to convey. My incarnational plan in this way had many aspects to it, and so my understanding this was my only goal. I did not know that I would be meeting my soul's partner, or that I would fall, as you say, in love. This is a very basic understanding of my merging with this being known to you as Mary Magdalene. For our alignment on the physical plane was masterfully planned by the Almighty, that neither Mary or I were aware of. From Mary's perspective, she was told that she would be supporting a divine messenger, and that there was a potential for her to align with this being as a life partner in the physical form. However, she did not know that we were soul partners, and so this too was masterfully planned by the Almighty. So you see, dear ones, there are many things that are hidden from us as we move through our own experiences, whether in the physical form or as a light body form. Mary and I then progressed to move through our individual and collective purpose, merging our individual purpose with that of a man and a woman, a student, a teacher, and so many other labels that were bestowed upon the two of us. Mary was my teacher, and I was hers. We learned from and taught each other. We depended on each other. We consoled each other. We completely trusted in our mission and what the Almighty wished for us to accomplish, individually and collectively. Our individual families and extended community, as we came into our full mission, absolutely and completely supported us. We came to realize that this too was a surprise to us, as many of these beings came forward with their own truth and their own mission and pre-incarnational plan, knowing that they were there to support us. This was the plan of the Almighty, and so we were instruments of that beautifully orchestrated plan. As we moved through the drama of this plan, we went through the pleasure, the pain, the suffering of it as an initiation, knowing that our physical bodies were temporary temples for our light body, and that we would soon return to our original self within the divine realm from where we were birthed. I fully remembered my home next to the Almighty and the birthing of my soul as a light being, while in the flesh as Jesus incarnated. Whenever I was challenged or brought down by the trauma and pain of living within the physical body, I went into meditation and tuned into this higher knowing of myself so that I could commune with the Almighty and know that this was a temporary situation, even though my purpose was a large, overarching one. I now know that I did not achieve all of the things that I wished to achieve. I say this because there were things upon the earth plane that were far beyond my own reckoning. The enemies I faced were far too powerful for my mind and my body, and so I descended at times into lower frequencies of pain and suffering. What this did was dimmed my connection to the Almighty and my own connection to my higher self. It was during these challenging times my voice cried out to God and asked for solace. I wished to end my incarnation many times, and Mary brought me back from the brink of this reality, soothing my being like a balm. Her love and devotion fed my light and kept me sane and on my true path. Through all of it, we worked out our physical deficiencies and challenges of our light body living within the physical body. She and my mother, Mother Mary, healed my energy bodies and brought me into a state that was completely aligned with my light body. I was supported by our extended community as well, and there are many that knew of my struggles who came forward to bless me with their knowing and their understanding of my struggles. I received many initiations from within the community you know as the Essenes, and I was sent off to study in Egypt, India, and the United Kingdom through the many blessings received from this community. All of these mystery school teachings and their initiations gave me the foundation I needed to complete a majority of my mission on the earth plane. Through it all, I was challenged by the structures that were created by the inversion upon the earth plane that I was there to correct. Like many of your grid workers now upon the earth plane, I walked the ley lines of your earth plane, correcting and realigning the light fields to match the true blueprint of the earth prior to her descent by invader forces. This is a larger drama, some of which I have talked about in previous discourses here on this channel, that I will not go into this time. For now, know that you are in the middle of your ascension, of your own ascension, and the seeds that Mary and I sowed some 2,000 of your years ago are coming to fruition. What this means is that the corrections that we made then are now coming into alignment cosmically with your earth, and the many planes of existence that were distorted along with her are now coming into right alignment. As this takes place, all beings upon her surface are also going through this alignment, and so on an individual level, you too are ascending and coming into rightness with your own soul and its mission. There are infinite potentials within each of you, and how this might ultimately culminate into your own journey, as this is your own free will choice and your own journey. There has been a split, an experiment, a devolution, an inversion, so many ways to describe what has taken place upon your earth plane many thousands of your years ago. What is now taking place is a realignment to bring all of this back into true alignment. While this takes place, there are many things that need to be untangled from the old structures. What you are seeing in your reality is just that, an untangling from the old paradigms, a dismantling of old structures and old architecture that was built on perceived notions and not in alignment with the true plan of the Almighty. If you can imagine a 3-stranded braid Consider this the true template of how life on earth were to exist as designed by the Almighty. One part of the braid is the Almighty, the second is your higher self, and the third is your physical incarnation. And as these three braids land within the physical energy of the earth, your incarnation begins. And so it is in perfect harmony with the alignment. Beings were birthed, had an experience within the physical form, then progressed to become light beings and ascended within their own light body form and returned back, reincarnated and returned back to the divine realm. This is a very basic concept. The three braids were disrupted by invader forces who rebelled against the Almighty, and so they confiscated some strands of one of these three braids and decided to create a braid of their own. So this strand deviated from the three original strands that held the true template of Earth's incarnational journey, and in a way became disconnected from the physical connection the Almighty had to the earth. The deviated strand anchored itself to earth and began to take on a life of its own without true alignment with the Almighty. They began to build structures and belief systems that they saw fit and forced the beings trapped upon the earth plane to follow this pattern of belief systems. This has been the result of many thousands of your years upon the earth plane that has been cut off from the true divine template of what was intended by the Almighty. So now those braided strands are being collected and are being brought back to the main three strands of the original formation. And as this takes place, those lost strands are being bathed and washed by the light of the Creator or the Almighty, and are being aligned back to the original light codes that were meant to be. While this is taking place, all of the old structures and patterns that were created by the inversion are beginning to fall away as the true templates are being revealed to the beings that remain and are on the earth plane at this time. There are many souls that still remain from that old entrapment, and there are many souls that are newly incarnated. Within this mixed bag, you are all experiencing the same thing, but seeing it through very different lenses. This accounts for the great chasm that exists within your physical experience, and why it is you are not able to get along or see things with such polarity. The old systems are familiar to many, and so you cling to them because you know of nothing else. The new system seems bizarre and out of this world, and many see it like fantasy or make-believe. Those that embrace this knowing are often ridiculed and become mocked by many as conspiracy theorists and other such labels. So how do you know who or what to believe? This is my message to you today. Each of you are in a unique position to take charge of your own soul and its true original mission. You may be an old soul, you may be a new soul. It does not matter. What matters is that you make a true and accurate connection to the Almighty and align with that braid that I have just demonstrated as the true energy of the Creator. How you do this is to tune into your own heart, as no matter how tarnished or inverted your exploration and past experiences have been, your original template is still valid and exists within you. Many of its aspects might be dormant, and so it is up to you to awaken these energies so that they align with those higher energies that are very active and alive within your current environment and field of existence. This is a result of the earth plane traversing along the photon belt. That is an active light field of the Creator's light that is pouring upon the earth to assist not only your earth, but also all of its inhabitants. So take advantage of this window of opportunity, as it unfortunately does have a limitation. This window of opportunity will last until about your year 2065, after which it will move into a higher frequency band. What this means is that all those beings that took advantage of this window of opportunity and aligned their energies with that true template of their soul will be encapsulated upon the higher timelines of the Ascension harvest for this larger cosmic journey. Those that don't will continue to ascend, but will most likely have to repeat many lifetimes in order to return to this high vibrational state that is being experienced right now upon your earth plane. This time upon your earth plane is far greater than any timeline experienced cosmically and in all known history. It is the most pure of energies that is being experienced as a collective. It is why it is being called a golden age, an age of Aquarius, the new earth, and so many other labels as it has been foreseen and prophesied about. It surpasses the time during which Mary and I walked upon your lands, and so we stand with you, cheering you on, knowing that what you are experiencing is far greater than what we individually or collectively experienced during our physical incarnation. You are each your own Christ, as you hold those Christ consciousness and Sophia consciousness codes within your body. This is what Mary and I personified during our incarnation. It is the truest form of the divine feminine and divine masculine embodied within the physical form. You each hold this within your own body in equal measure. If you are destined to merge with a partner, then it becomes that much more powerful. However, this depends on the purity of your merging and your true alignment with those divine energies. If either of you within a partnership is not in balance, the divine partnership will be tainted and not in true alignment. It just means that each of you need to work on your individual and collective selves to clean and wash yourself of the old structures and clear away all the debris from the past. Align yourself and your energies to this highest timeline. Aligning yourself and your energies to this highest timeline can be challenging if you have been living within this inversion for many lifetimes. If you are hearing this for the first time, please don't feel overwhelmed. Receive all of this information with a calmness in your heart and know that you will receive all that you need to move forward, to course correct, and to be aligned with your true soul's path so that you may ultimately be braided into those highest timelines. Set yourself up with a daily meditative practice. Tune into your heart. Seek those that speak of these truths and these alignments, and follow the breadcrumbs that they offer through their healing modalities, for this will help you move faster and align you that much more deeply within your true purpose. Mary and I have anchored our teachings within many upon your earth plane at this time, and so seek out those that resonate with you. This being known to you as Raquel is one of those. She has been consistently offering her services for the benefit of the many through her published books, her blogs, her YouTube channel, her courses and discussions. If this resonates with you, follow her teachings, for we speak to you through her and offer you many ways within which you may align your own soul to this highest timeline in true alignment with the Almighty and the Creator, so that you may ascend during this golden age of Gaia. Much blessings.